focus on. Here you go. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to GCU Arena. Yesterday, the scene for opening night of GCU men's basketball. Tonight, the scene for some WAC women's volleyball between the Bakersfield Runners and the GCU Lopes. Alongside JP Soar, I'm Alex Larson. JP, the odds are far-fetched, but if GCU wins out, they put themselves in a good position to make the WAC tournament. One spot behind UMKC, sitting at 7th right now.
Yeah, Lopes are fresh off a road trip. They went to Seattle, went to Utah Valley. They dropped one and they won one. They were on a 2-game winning streak going into that road trip. They won the first game and then they dropped the last game to Utah Valley. But there was some positives to come from that loss. Claire Kravinsky had 12 kills. Heidi Carpenter had 22 assists. And Natalie Tardy had 8 kills. She got closer to that 1,000 kill milestone in her GCU career. Only 10 away now. Definitely something to watch tonight.
Yeah, Natalie Tardy be only the 5th in GCU volleyball history to do so, and the first in the Division I era, of course, this being the first year, but still a very impressive feat, and she stands to write her name in the record books forever. The last time these two teams faced was at the Icardo Center, and the Runners were able to run away with that one 3-0. But here we are, set for a go at GCU's house. Fabiana Andrade to serve it off for the Runners. And here we go, in for an exciting night of volleyball.
Very exciting Friday night on GCU's campus. The women's soccer team has their WAC postseason tournament game tonight. Men's basketball had their exhibition last night, so there's still a lot of energy going on surrounding these athletics.
There you go. Excitement starting off as it's a service error for Andrade. This is a team that has 167 serving errors on the year. And there's Ahern. Andrade sets it, and it's put right back down. That's going to be a name to look out for, Haley Roberts.
Haley Roberts leads the team in kills per set. She's definitely going to be the main attacker for the Runners tonight.
Last time they played, Roberts, 13 kills, 4 blocks. Received there by DeFalco. This is going to be a team that you're not going to see as many errors with the Runners, and you're going to see a lot more converting, getting it inside those lines as opposed to out.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's the key. The Lopes struggled early on in the WAC conference play. They committed a lot of errors, and they dropped a lot of games, and they went on that 3-game winning streak, and it was all because they limited their errors. That's the key to the game tonight for the Lopes, is just limiting those errors.
Like you said, that 3-game win streak, very impressive. This one outside the antenna. The Runners go up 3-1 here to start it off, but very impressive. And then they ran into a hot Utah Valley team that won that one 3-0. But here they are back again at home, and they'll finish off at home. The final games against New Mexico State and UTRGV, who sit at the top of the WAC.
Yeah, definitely some important games for the Lopes. They got 2 tough competitions coming following this game, but they're going to need some wins if they want to make the WAC tournament.
And there, right there, a play by Andrade to show kind of the difference. Those balls maybe falling in the earlier games, but a nice pancake to keep that up. And now GCU keep going on it at their side. And a quick start here for Bakersfield.
Yeah, 2 early attacking errors for the Lopes, but what a play by the Runners there. They kept that one up, and that just kept them alive, and they were able to win that point in an early lead for them.
Yeah, GCU comes in at 8-15, 3-8 in the WAC, sitting at 7th. Carpenter now to the far side to Tardy, couldn't get that one down. And it'll be interesting to see the strategy adjustment for GCU early, as it seems like what they've been doing in the previous weeks not working here. Falls there though, DeFalco just finds a miscue off the arms of Madison DeGarmo, and it's halved 4-2.
One thing I've noticed here early on is CSU Bakersfield has got a lot of height on GCU. Madison DeGarmo's in, she's 6'3", and they got a couple other players very tall. Haley Roberts, over 6 foot. They definitely have the height advantage on the Lopes, so an early tough going for the Lopes.
That one riding up in the face of Ahern almost, falling with a Lopes bounce. And now another shot at it for the runners. There, right over the net. No net violation. That is going to be crucial for GCU to win blocks of the net tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely, like I said, they have a height disadvantage a little bit. They substituted some people in just now, so they got that a little bit more even, but they're definitely going to need to be successful on those blocks.
Well, you can just see this brand of volleyball the runners are playing is a little bit better than what we had been seeing against, and maybe that's just how they're playing lately, as DeFalco's going to grab a point outside the antenna. They'll take him any way they can. And here, DeFalco will serve. It is important to note, as that one received wrong by Ahern, it'll be a reception error. Meanwhile, 2 runners will come on. That's a number 8. It'll be Sydney Wicks, and she will serve. Brianna Mariner is also on. Mariner, one of their leaders, 196 kills, 221.5 points. Kavensky is going to receive that one wrong again, and it's errors.
Yep, early on so far for the Lopes. 2 attacking errors, 1 blocking error. Definitely doesn't bode well for them going down the road.
And the players just sent on for the runners aren't going to make it any easier, as Kavensky's going to get a point there for GCU, and that's what they're going to keep doing, staying relevant, not letting this lead really extend. It's 7-4 right now. Lopes bringing on substitutions, and Schuler comes on, and I like to see them kind of substituting a little more early and a little more often here. Schuler, set by Wicks, and that one's, well, I didn't think that landed inside. They're going to give it to Haynes, and was it tipped off a GCU hand?
I think they might have called a tip against GCU, gives CSUB an early 8-4 lead.
And the runner's set to serve here. Number 12, Krista Hernandez. And now Kavensky, that one off the hands of Wicks, and a point for GCU, 8-5.
Wicks knew that one right away. She was disappointed with herself. That attack for the Lopes was going to go out of bounds, and she should have let it go over her head, but she didn't. She got a tip on in that, and that one's out of bounds, Lopes point.
Important to note, Bakersfield with 568 errors so far. And that one finds the corner. Very nicely put down by Haynes, making up for her mistake.
Yeah, Bakersfield so far tonight, 9 attacking attempts and 0 errors, so early success for the runners. They're sticking to their fundamentals, and they're letting GCU make the errors.
Which, a little uncharacteristic for them, as that one, both teams celebrating there. It's going to be off of the runners and a point for GCU. So
yeah, runners thought they got away with the tip there, but referee called them out on it. Lopes point.
Kavensky sends it over to the runners. Wicks sets, and that was a good job of rotating would-be killers. And all the way back over. Yep, that was beautiful. Nice job by Carpenter. And the point's going to go to GCU. Hard-fought point.
Yep, contact with the net against Bakersfield, but what a save by Emma Ahern. Had to dive almost off the deck of this court. She was almost in the seats, and she saves that one for the Lopes. What a point.
And the near side, that one's going to be a deflection here, so it'll be point for Mariner, and 196 kills. You can see why.
Yeah, CSUB just so solid. They don't have one star player when it comes to kills per set, but they have 4 attackers with over 2 kills a set. Lopes only have 2 attackers with over 2 a set, so definitely an advantage for Bakersfield that they have spread out attacking numbers.
DeFalco, that was a powerful swing. Nice job keeping that up in the back ranks. Now Carpenter's going to set for, this is going to be Gray who finds a point. Nice little play, deceiving the defense.
Yep, Kendall Gray came up there with the knuckles, a nice little tip right over the net and got it to fall in between the defense.
The numbers have been almost identical for each team. Attacking percentage on the season, 183 for the Lopes, 185 for the Runners. Andrade sets and almost hits him with the same move that GCU just did, and then two players trip over themselves. That was Tardy and DeFalco. Nice job recovering. And then on the near side, Ahern keeps it up for DeFalco. DeFalco sends it back so Tardy can get it over. Andrade sets, and that is going to say it hit. So Madison DeGarmo comes on, and she'll get a kill herself.
Yeah, that point was rough for the Lopes. They were playing catch-up the whole time, trying to recover from their poor digs. Every attacking chance CSUB had, they hit it right there and took advantage of it and got the Lopes on the run.
Here's Jordovich. Fine back corner. It's DeFalco that receives, and now she'll be the one trying to kill it. And that one's going to say it's too far, so 12-8 now, Runners lead.
Very aggressive attacking chance by Tegan DeFalco, but there's another error for the Lopes. Only 6 kills so far tonight and 3 errors. Tough percentage to start the game off. They've definitely been playing on the defensive side early on in this game.
And once again, a reception error. Jordovich is going to get a service ace. 128 on the season for this Runners squad, making 129. And a timeout is called. The Runners lead 13-8.
Remembrance and reflection, community and celebration, humbled with honor. Our veterans are the silent heroes whose courage and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. This is a time for reuniting with those who served beside you, for the faces you missed while away. This is a day to stand tall, united with pride. This Veterans Day and every day, Grand Canyon University honors our heroes and pays tribute to your heroism. Thank you for your service.
Welcome back, Veterans Day on the 11th. But the Lopes here, down 13-8, they haven't really started that good.
Yeah, they've been on the run the whole time. Only 15 attack attempts for the Lopes, and they have 8 digs compared to CSUB's 3. So CSUB's just coming at them, coming at them, coming at them. Lopes need to get on the offensive and get more aggressive in this game.
The Lopes, like we said last match, lost 3-0 here, so kind of looking to build any momentum they can, but it seems like this Runners team has been in a different level that GC was faced lately.
Yeah, Lopes just fresh off a 3-game winning streak. It started at home. They have 3 final games in this season that finish at home. It'd be great to see them finish with a 3-game winning streak.
Those 2 games, of course, New Mexico State and UTRGV, both of which on top of the WAC, 1 and 2. Jordovich sets here. Tardy's going to get a chance here, and a nice job, Jordovich keeps up. But a teammate unable to save her as Desiree Sukov was unable to get it. 13-9, nice job getting a point off the timeout.
Yep, definitely key. You always want to capitalize on those right after timeout points, regardless of what sport it is, whether it's basketball, football, soccer, especially in volleyball. You got a lot of timeouts here. You got to capitalize right off them, and there you go. Again, another point right after that one.
And this one is going to be a service ace off 3 of the Runners' hands, and none of them could get it up. On the runner side, Andrade. And this one too far. They're going to give it to GCU, so another point. And here they are back within 2.
Dream scenario right out of the timeout. Calls a timeout, go to commercial, come right back. 3 straight points for the Lopes. Awesome.
On the field,
in the pool,
on the court.
we wear our game faces under the lights.
But sometimes our toughest opponents aren't wearing a uniform.
Instead, we confront them internally.
Mental illness affects 1 in 4 adults in the United States.
And suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death among college students.
If you or someone you know is fighting a silent battle,
Please speak up and ask for help.
You are not alone.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. Missed a GCU point, but then just seeing the latter half of a Bakersfield point there. So 14-12 is the scoreline. this is Emily Lopez. Last name spelled Lopes. And Jordovic, a nice try. That would have almost been like that Sports Center top 10 play we saw this week in the volleyball dive.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you viewers at home saw that, but that was a wild play. Almost looked like Natalie Tardy or Emma Ahern's earlier this game when she ran all the way back there and saved it. What a play, and that one would have been pretty impressive.
Pushed over, nice dive by Ahern. Off the fingertips. Man, hands strong at the net here for
what a save by the
Bakersfield. And they just cannot get it over these runners' hands. Jordovic, send this one over and let's see if they can kill it. Still awake, DeGarmo. And now we got a long rally going here. Sukov is going to get the point, and that's...
Oh, man, what a rally by the Lopes and the runners. They kept going back and forth, back and forth. It started with a great dig early on by Emma Ahern, and then the Lopes just kept blocking their kill attempts and creating some chances of their own. Wow, what a rally.
Well, those are the points you want to win, but only behind 2. As Wicks serves it, and there's a nice attempt there by Adams, but couldn't get it down. And then a lefty swing is going to go. So this is going to be Brianna Mariner. 16-13, the serve by Wicks. And now Kavensky trying to answer, stop this little run. There's the set, and then Kavensky is going to get just enough on it. It's in.
Kavensky leading the Lopes in kills so far this game. She's starting off early. She's got 4 on the game, leads all volleyball players tonight. Hot start for Kavensky.
16-14, just about past the midway point as Schuler sends this one right into the net. Those are errors you can't have.
Yeah, I definitely don't want service errors, especially when you're not trying to get super aggressive like she was there. It's tough to give a point away like that, especially when you're trying to pull back and get this game tied up again. They fall down by 3.
And GCU, sometimes this season, have been able to make a name for themselves in coming back, but can't always do it when you dig too big of a hole. And there's a save, a nice one here. Now they're going to see if they can send it back over. She does so. And now this one's going to be a point for GCU. Kavensky gets it down.
Another very aggressive attacking attempt by Kavensky. Perfect job for her. And Natalie Tardy now checking in to join her. She's got 1 kill on the game, just 9 away from that big 1,000 kill number.
Important stat to keep track of is just put into a perfect area. Sydney Haynes finding a lapse in the defense there. Sydney Haynes to serve. The serve, and then miscommunication by the Lopes, but they are able to keep it up. And then Mariner is going to punch it, and it is going to land. So a smart play by Brianna Mariner, and she has made a difference off the bench.
Timeout coming up for the Lopes. You had a chance to check out the Jerry Colangelo Museum. Definitely going to want to go do that. It's free of charge, and anyone can go and learn about the life accomplishments of GCU's own Jerry Colangelo. So very exciting if you had a chance to visit that
I actually
museum
did.
yet.
Going on my way to class actually the other day, and I just stopped in and said free to students. Great timing. I did, and it's really a testament to what he's done, not only for GCU, obviously, but the sport of basketball as a whole. I mean,
yeah,
just a household name and always will be.
We were filming a shoot on the Dan Marley show, and they had a little discussion in the Jerry Colangelo Museum, and I got to spend some time and look around at some of the accomplishments. The World Series trophy for the Diamondbacks, some of the Suns' accomplishments they've done with certain players, and especially all the accomplishments he's had with USA Basketball are very impressive and very extensive.
Well, the Lopes here, 19-15, they trail, but they have been able to sort of get their runs of themselves, but haven't been able to completely claw back in this game yet.
They've looked a lot more aggressive in that second half right after that timeout. I think that timeout was good for them. Hopefully this timeout can work for them as well. A lot more aggressiveness is what we need to see from the Lopes if they want to come back in this game.
That's exactly what the runners have done well, is be aggressive. Just like you said, the Lopes need a little more aggression here because it's been all runners really in that department, but just barely missing outside the line. Those are going to be the points.
They've had a couple of those attacking errors. They came in strong with an attack. I know Tegan DeFalco had one earlier. They came in hard and just missed the line there, and that's the fourth attacking error for the Lopes.
20-15 here. This is a runners team that sits. Nice pancake. That was a beautiful pancake there by Sukov to keep that one up. I'm sorry, that was Wicks. Blocks at the net there for Bakersfield. And then a nice play by Kowinski to tap that one over. And again, deceive the runners' defense.
Nice little cheeky play by the Lopes there, but Mariner kind of messed up her teammate a little bit. Wicks was diving in to do another pancake, back-to-back pancakes, but Mariner tipped the block attempt and got it a little out of her way. It was a tough play for the Bakersfield runners.
Beautiful first pancake, though. Looks like it was down for sure, but able to stick that hand there. And again, a pancake, but not able to keep that one up. So GCU able to get a couple in a row here.
Kendall Gray with another beautiful attacking chance, and she taps it over the net, over the outstretched hands of the blocking runners, and gets a point on the board for the Lopes.
Well, it seems like GCU's had to work a little harder for these points, and the kills are coming at them a little faster.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't do, is you really got to have successful digs, and not only do you need to have successful digs, is your attacking errors, maybe they don't always get a kill, but they need to get CSUB or the opposing team on the run a little bit, and you can't set them up perfectly.
There's Fabiana Andrade to serve. The runners. Service error, so that is going to be a point for the Lopes. 21-18, they're within 3 again.
In for the Lopes, number 2, Hannah Hicks.
Hicks checks on for the first time tonight, looking to make a difference at the net. Get that height disadvantage working a little better in their favor. Here's Emma Ahern. Serves it off. And nice job keeping that one up. Dive, getting the body all the way behind it. Jordovich unable to get it by, and Hicks makes an impact right away.
Yep, Hicks comes in with the block.
Wait a second. They're giving it to the runners.
Giving it to the runners, maybe a net violation against the Lopes. Definitely a tough play. They were blocked there. Jordovich for Bakersfield got very aggressive on that one. Maybe the Lopes thought she was going to set, and their block was right there ready for it. Maybe they got a little too aggressive and touched the net.
22-18, and this one is going to be, no doubt about it, it's 22-19 now.
Yeah, that one's a good point for the Lopes. Another kill, and they're making the kill numbers a little bit back to even, bringing the dig numbers a little back to even, getting Bakersfield on the run, and they're right in this game.
22-19, there's the serve. It's going to be crucial end of the set, and that capitalized by Haley Roberts. Roberts, her 5th kill, and beating Ahern there.
Yep, Roberts gets the 5th kill of the game. She's been such a solid force for CSUB in this game and all year long. 11 total attacks so far, only 1 error for her so far. So she's definitely a player the Lopes are going to have to contain a little bit with some blocks or maybe some tricky plays if they want to win this one.
Hicks couldn't put that one down, but a nice job of Carpenter saving it. And DeFalco is going to get a kill here. So 23-20. 2 away are the runners, but the Lopes have different plans here. Comes the serve, looking to stay alive here. 2-point game, tracking back. And this one's going to stay up. Kowinski keeps it up. Miscommunication on the runner side, but they're still able to keep it over and kept up there. Andrade, far side there for Jordovich. Here's Kowinski for GCU. Nice spin on that ball. And it's going to be Jordovich, and a double touch on the Bakersfield side. So the point is to GCU, and it's 23-22.
You said it right away. It was all because of that kill by Kavensky. She got some nice spin on it. She was a little far away from the net, so it was definitely a tough attack. But she got it done and created the error against the runners.
One away here. That's exactly what you want going into the final stages of the first set. Always wanting to get that first set win. It's huge as far as momentum.
Very good three-point run for the Lopes. Referees are coming to talk a little bit. WAC officials here tonight. I think they may have put one too many points on the board for the Lopes.
I think you're right.
I think it should be 23-21 for the Lopes.
And it,
yep, looks like they fixed it on the scoreboard here.
23-21. Still 2 points, but nonetheless, GCU is going to get the serve. Tegan DeFalco. And here it is. See who gets this crucial point here. Nice job of Ahern. That one goes all the way back over the net. A little more force off the reception than she wanted, and nice job after the lob. It was a tough play, and this one's going to fall. So had it not been corrected, it would be tied, but now it's a 1-point game, and GCU has all the momentum.
Yep, whether or not it was a valid point taken away from them, the Lopes said, we're going to come back and get that point right back on the board, and they do exactly that.
And nice job keeping that one up. Reaching behind her was Tardy. That's where that size comes in handy, and this one is put down by Madison DeGarmo and number 13, Sydney Haynes.
Right as the Lopes were coming back, CSUB shuts it down, which is exactly what they needed to do. They're just 1 point away.
24-22, and the serve is going to be to Sydney Wicks. GCU waiting. Bakersfield slowing this one down and waiting for the whistle. Here it is, served by Wicks, taken by Ahern. Carpenter sets and killed. No, just outside, and Bakersfield has won set one, 25-22. Let's take a look at Kenyon's worship behind the song Look at Foot of the Cross.
The foot of the cross is really about worshiping God, coming to the foot of the cross and really realizing that we don't deserve this love that he's given us. Some of the lyrics are like, my heart is marked by forgiveness and this love, and we don't deserve this love, but because Jesus loved us so much, he died on the cross, and because of that, all of our sin is erased. So our only response is to come and worship him at the foot of his cross. So that's really what the foot of the cross is about, is just to come and worship Jesus for who he is and for what he's done for us.
Phoenix, GCU losing the first set, 25-22. 6 attacking errors for the Lopes, 3 for the runners. But a big statistic, 20 digs for the Lopes compared to 12 for the runners. So they're doing well keeping it up, but they got to convert more offensively.
That's the key for the Lopes. They've been on the run so much this entire game. They've been digging balls, and they haven't really been able to set up quality attacks most of the time. That's really something you need to do here. You need to get the other team on the run, stay aggressive, and get solid dig attempts, and get your offense working.
Well, even so, the Lopes hanging around in there, they never really went away. You know, the runners would go on these runs and maybe get momentum, but the Lopes just hung in there. So if they can fix some of these errors, maybe get their hitting percentage a little higher, sitting at 209 right now compared to Bakersfield 317. these next couple sets can be theirs.
Lopes also need to get a few service aces. They only had one that whole entire set. And they, not just service aces, they need to get very aggressive with their serves, get some power behind them, get some tricky little serves there, get CSUB on the run. That's one thing they didn't do is CSUB had all the time in the world. They dug it out, got a set up, and got their attacks all day long. They could take all the time they needed. Lopes need to make sure that doesn't happen as easily in this second set.
Well, GCU is going to have to find a way to contain Haley Roberts, Sydney Haynes, Madison DeGarmo, all coming on and really making impacts, and maybe the biggest at the net. You know, only one block for either team, and that one is for Bakersfield. But it seems like scrums in the net have gone to Bakersfield the whole time.
They have gone their way. Lopes have always been scrambling right after a block. They've gotten a block and they haven't been able to keep the attack up, and Bakersfield has always seemed to block it and immediately get a point, or block it and take enough off of the kill attempt, and they are able to set up their play and get a very solid kill attempt of their own.
Back on the court now, and GCU ready to go, hoping for a little better of a start, going down in that little hole in the first set, but like we said, still hanging around and no worries.
And we were talking about it before the game, it's kind of opposite trends, you know. CSUB's coming in off 2 straight losses, and the Lopes have won 3 of their last 4, so kind of opposite trends here, but CSUB seems to be responding well.
Lopez will start on there for the runners. Roberts on as well. DeGarmo.
Fans are on their feet, of course, it's tradition. You don't sit until the Lopes score 1 point. That's tradition in volleyball and basketball here in GCU Arena.
And this one starts the same way as last one, except the opposite way as DeFalco sends this one into that.
Yeah, Lopes need to tighten that up. Like I said, they got to get aggressive serves and got to just pound them over the net, get really good chances.
You got to get service aces of their own. And this one right into that from Djordjevic. So back and forth. Giving each other points, and that's how we will start 1-1. Here comes a serve, it'll be Hannah Hicks. Tapped over, miscommunication between Kavensky and Hicks, and that point goes to Bakersfield.
Very fortunate for CSU Bakersfield. Haley Roberts kind of jumped up and delayed long enough, and almost on her way down, she almost hit the ground again, and then she tipped it back over, kind of screwed with the Lopes block timing.
And the same strategy there for Kavensky, but able to adapt are the runners. Set there by Redfield, and Djordjevic has done a great job back there receiving those balls, those rockets. This one gets down, so something they were able to do. First set dig, not so much here.
Digs are a very underlooked part of the game, so important. We saw it there with Djordjevic. What a dig. She got that one out and completely set her team up for a perfect kill attack.
And the serve from Lopez, and this one into that, so 2 service errors, 2 points for GCU.
15, Natalie Carpenter. Heidi Carpenter to serve.
Heidi Carpenter will serve. Nice job by Aaron keeping that one up. Carpenter sets there, and again Djordjevic. To get that one in, it finds the back line. Execution there by Sydney Haynes.
Yep, beautiful kill by her, but you said it again. You gotta look back at Djordjevic. What a dig by her. Kept the play alive and got very aggressive on the Lopes attack.
So underrated, because without that, you don't get those points. And here they are again with Wicks, and that is going to be a reception error on the GCU behalf.
You saw the difference right there. Point before, Georgievich is able to dig that one out, set up the runners for a beautiful kill attempt, and you saw it right there, Tegan DeFalco with a rough kill, and it led straight to an error.
And wow, another point at the net.
Even there, you saw it again. Emma Ahern, her dig was just a little off center, got the Lopes out of their formation, little chaos going on the Lopes side, and they didn't get a great kill attack blocked by CSUB.
Great play at the net there by the runners. And again, I mean, they're just controlling the net, getting over that. It's something GCU is going to have to take account for, but that's a point, and Tardy has 8 now left to get to 1,000.
Yep, 8 kills for Tardy, leading this game. Both teams, she's leading both teams, the highest scoring player so far tonight. 18 total attacks just into the second set. Huge numbers for Kavensky.
And a point for Bakersfield right there. So it's 7-3. And man, this is a little bit rougher of a start for GCU than the first set. Wanting to stop this run. It's not really them making mistakes. Well, there was a mistake.
Yep, double touch by Kendall Gray.
Got to avoid those,
error
though.
For the Lopes. Very sloppy first part of this set. Wouldn't be surprised if they call a timeout here quickly, early in this first set.
That would be the wise move as that serve comes flying. That was Krista Hernandez, and this one gets down as the play finished by Mariner, but 8-4 is the score.
Great play by Tegan DeFalco there. Just tapped it over the net. Got the point for the Lopes.
Eight to 4. Here on the runner side, Jordovich kept up there by Hicks and Tardy. Good job working the net, and this one is going to be in, just piping the stripes by Brianna Mariner.
Referee kind of looked a little confused there because I think she could have either called it in or a tip by the Lopes. I do think it ended up being in, so either way, point for CSUB and another sloppy play for the Lopes here in this second set.
And here comes the serve, Sydney Haynes. This one punched over. And Jordovich right to Ahern. DeFalco looking for that kill. She hasn't gotten one for a while. Keeping it up. Carpenter, Tardy, rolling around on the top of the net, but Bakersfield able to recover. And again, this one pushed over. Ahern, set, Carpenter, fake to Tardy. This one went to DeFalco, diving to the left, and it's a point and a kill for GCU.
Lopes looked a lot more successful and confident on that point. A great rally to win for the Lopes. CSUB looked a little out of communication, out of whack. So very smart point for the Lopes, and maybe that's kind of one of those points that gives you some momentum, go on a little run here.
Yeah, those points are really just whoever has the most stamina and really whoever can execute for the longest amount of time. As DeFalco unable to get that one past the hands of Roberts. It's a good block by her. Hernandez, this one to Jordovich, and Wicks keeps that one up. Jordovich again. They're gonna call it a tip and a point for the runners, 10-5.
Yeah, the Lopes blocks have not been very strong tonight. 2 blocking errors for the Lopes tonight, but they've had a lot of them where they've just tipped them, and it's been a very close call. Lopes trail by 5.
Andrade to send it over for CSUB, and another reception there, but a nice job saving that one in the hands of the runners, denying DeFalco again. And then just finding empty space in the back, Haley Roberts.
Another dig for the Lopes that got him on the run early on. They weren't able to get a play together. Tegan DeFalco just had to hit it over to them. And CSUB immediately sprinted, got a beautiful play call together, and they were able to kill that one, no problem.
Well, it seems like DeFalco really wanting that kill, and there she got it. No denying her there.
Yep, Tegan DeFalco picks up her 7th kill, so Kavensky and DeFalco, 7 kills so far in this game. When the Lopes put something together, their kills are very solid. They get a great attack together, but it's all about win.
Trailing right now, still by 5, 11-6, nice job. Great reaction by Roberts to keep that one up. Far side of that one off the hand, so the point is going to go to GCU, 11-7 now.
So a little run, 2-0 run for the Lopes. Hopefully they can build it up. They're down by 4. They need a few points to get this one close.
Well, just hang around and have a chance, as they saw from the first set. Djordjevic blocked by GCU. Kept up, now Schuler. He said this for Haig. This on the right side, punched over, but read right away by GCU, and then put down by Hannah Hicks in the middle, right on the net, and it's 11-8. And Djordjevic, a nice diving play. She tried that earlier, didn't work, but this time, just throwing that fist out there, got it. And another point for GCU. So here's the run they needed. It's 4-0 run and an 11-9. Timeout will be called. So let's get to know Jordan Slack from men's soccer.
My name's Jordan Slack. I'm a right back and I'm from Mansfield, England. Second favourite sport. Honestly, I'm not very good at anything else. It's embarrassing, so there's quite a lot of One Direction on there. That is quite embarrassing. Best part about campus, everyone's close together. It's just like a big family when you walk around. My favourite food is Indian, and my favourite dish is chicken tikka masala. Favourite movie would have to be Warrior, with Tom Hardy. I'll imitate Amir. Amir goes, "Hi, my name's Amir. I'm from Germany, but I speak Bosnian."
Last men's soccer game, the 4th against UNLV before the WAC soccer tournament.
Yeah, that one will be on Cox, televised locally. Senior night for the Lopes, Nikki Jackson, Jordan Slack, as you just saw. Many seniors for the Lopes are playing one of their last home games, as the WAC tournament's going to be in Las Vegas. So definitely could be an emotional night for those seniors, and going to be a good game against UNLV. Above them in the standings, and the Lopes really could use a win to boost themselves up in the WAC.
Especially the last game of the season. But we are set to go 11-9. We'll see if GCU can bring this back to even. And here's Haig, and she is able to bring up within 1, 11-10.
Nice kill by Haig there. Didn't play a lot early in the season, but we've seen her get some action as we've gone on later in this year, and she's done an awesome job coming in for the Lopes. 5-0 run.
It just keeps growing. That's exactly what they wanted. DeFalco sells out to get that one. Punch back over too far, and we are back to even.
Yeah, the runners thought they could poke that one over the Lopes. They thought DeFalco was still on the ground, but they didn't factor in how hard to hit it. They hit it a little too far, and DeFalco was there to see that.
Received there. Put down. A nice job keeping that one up by DeFalco in the back again. And then Schuler responds. And GCU has the first lead since the first serve of the first set.
Yep, they were up 1-0 in the first set, ended up losing that one, but they fall behind 1-0 here in this set, and they come back and have their first lead.
Andrade sets there, and a nice job sending it back over. Firing on all cylinders right now are the Lopes. Haig, there's a tap. Nice job collapsing in. And And then kept up again by DeFalco. Miscommunication on the runner's end leads to a point, 13-11 GCU.
CSUB calling another timeout. Definitely not happy with their performance.
Yeah, well, 13-11, and we will be right back.
Thanks, guys. I'm Philip Katafimo with your Lopes halftime report. I'm here at the GCU Stadium where the WAC is hosting the women.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back inside GCU Arena. You touched on it earlier. Clara Kavensky leads this court in kills.
11 kills. I think like 4 of those have come on this 8-0 run for the Lopes. They're on fire right now, and CSUB just looks all out of whack. Very disorganized. They got to figure it out. That's 2 timeouts in this one run by the Lopes that CSUB is called. Their coach is not happy. He was yelling at them in that break. They definitely are going to need to figure some things out.
Yeah, no adjustments made on the previous timeout. And out of the timeout, it'll be a GCU point again.
Another error for the runners there. Makes it 5 so far on the game, and I think a few of those are in this 9-0 scoring run.
37 digs for GCU. How about that? Man, are they really keeping this ball up? It's a testament to the good ball movement by the runners, though, and finally stopping the run at 9.
Yep, some miscommunication for the Lopes on that one. And the runners get a point back and slow down this scoring run for the Lopes.
Jordovich to serve. And we'll see now if GCU can make it 3. Kavensky, the leader in this game, and this one right between the legs. And good that they can laugh about that as a team.
Yeah, that one was killed right in her arms. She was ready for the dig, and it came right in between, but a great dig by CSUB. Completely set up that play, and a very aggressive attack by Haley Roberts.
Nice job by Jordovich, and can they keep it over? I'll tell you what, that would have been the play of the year, but GCU 15-13.
We've seen some good rallies here tonight. Both teams have been sticking with it. They've had very good rallies, and it's built momentum for each team.
Yeah, well, GCU is starting to look better than they have all night. And here looking to even the match at 1. Kavensky. Yeah, this is just not a good-looking Bakersfield team right now, and it's 16-13 GCU.
Almost saved that one, the runners did, but a great block early in that point Kendall Gray had. She got CSUB on the run, got him recovering instead of attacking, and the Lopes were able to capitalize on it.
Nice job of Andrade responding to that one. And put down, it's 17-13, and tell you what, the runners really have no answer. It seems like this set is all GCU.
Yeah, they have not had their good stuff. The Lopes have capitalized very well, gotten a lot more aggressive, and like I said, their serves have gotten a lot better.
Wow, finding the line, and Sukov very excited after that one, rightfully so, because you need a point, but that was close and very much debatable. To serve from Lopez. And this one out too far, so Clawing back in are the runners, 17-15. Serve, and this crowd getting a lot louder now, a lot more life than earlier.
Yeah, it's not the biggest volleyball crowd I've ever seen, but they are a rowdy bunch.
Well, they are definitely out in droves tonight in GCU Arena, and the points coming again for GCU, 18-15, and you got to think that this place is just going to be rocking all year. A lot to look forward to. Of course, men's volleyball opting to play in the other gymnasium, but Andrade, and this point goes to Bakersfield, so Sydney Haynes able to get it past the netting.
Lopes got to get on a run once again, get back to it. These are those sets that you need to keep your foot on the pedal and finish off Bakersfield, finish off the runners in this set, and build momentum going through the rest of the game.
And it's Tardy, make it 993 for Natalie Tardy, 994, I'm sorry.
Yep. Just 6 kills away for her from that huge milestone, and you know the Lopes know that's there, and they're trying to feed her as much as possible.
Absolutely, yep. Only the 5th player in GCU volleyball history as this one is going to be a point for the runners tracking all the way back. So 19-17, still in the driver's seat here though, up by 2.
Yeah, that one would have been amazing if she was able to save that one. Well too far for Claire Kavinsky, and the Lopes drop another point, holding on to a slim 2-point lead.
Just wanting to keep it at 1 or 2, and it looks like they're going to make it 3 here. So 20-17, 5 points away from tying the match. And Tressa Schuler. Schuler serves and kept up, and this one's gonna be sent back over. Nice job by DeFalco to read it and put down at the net, so that's a great job by Haynes and
great
company.
Block. Yep, a great block by Sydney Haynes. Just completely stuffed Natalie Tardy on that kill attack.
Serve coming. And then put down for GCU here. 21-18, keeping that lead at 2-3.
Into the left, number 14, Kayla Redfield. 13, Sarah Hagen. Kayla Redfield will serve.
There's the serve. And this one way too far, so another point for GCU, and this set is definitely theirs, 22-18. Like to just get a run here, and seems like this one's gonna go to 5, put down there by Haley Roberts, but this has definitely all the makings of going to 5 sets.
Yep, just been back and forth all game long, especially this set. Very, very aggressive both teams are. They've been taking turns just attacking, and it's just whoever's gonna get more aggressive in the long haul is gonna win this one.
Nice job leading that one just perfectly over the net. See who responds, and it's going to be a runner's point.
Fabiana Andrade to serve.
22-20. Andrade, whole crowd making noise here, trying to rile up these servers. Here's DeFalco looking to get the point, and she will get it. No?
What What a save. by the
Absolutely
runners.
incredible. Thought it hit the ground, and this one is going to be a point for GCU. 2 away.
Yep, 2 away from the set win and 3 off the Bakersfield runners. Great job by the Lopes. What a save by CSUB, though, earlier on that kill attempt by DeFalco.
And it doesn't take away from that save, definitely. The fact that they didn't get that point does not take away, but very impressive. And, well, runners staying around, 23-21, and GCU just needing to get a point here, and then it's over.
You can expect every set this game to come down to the wire. This one fitting suit, getting very close.
Looks like it's going to go to 5. And that one just grabbed from the other side, and a double touch on the GCU side, so now they're within 1. And that kind of thing can happen. You saw it a couple times already with the Lopes. You know, they battle back, and then at the end of the set, they end up losing it again.
Yeah, all these sets are going to come down to the wire, going to be very nerve-wracking for each team, and they're going to be close.
That's what you really got to do in WAC play, throw out the previous records in WAC play.
Tomorrow night is senior and alumni night at the men's soccer game. We talked about it earlier. A couple of those soccer seniors are graduating, so any winter graduates or alumni or spring graduates can come out and get free pizza for that game and come support your Lopes men's soccer game. Should be an exciting game against UNLV, and Cox has the call, so and the Havocs will always be there, so it's going to be a very, very exciting game.
Yeah, a lot of excitement on GCU campus, but it'll be great to fill up that whole stadium for the seniors one last time and get the win against UNLV for what's been not the toughest season, but a little bit of a rough go for them.
Rough go for the Lopes men's soccer team, so it's going to be a sweet night to wish Nikki Jackson, Jordan Slack, I didn't say, wishing all of them goodbye, and hopefully they can do that with a win.
Hopefully, they go on to play professionally.
Yes.
Especially Nikki Jackson, man, that kid's got a future.
Kid's got some talent.
Grabbed back over, and now it's going to be a point, so now we're tied. 23-23.
So the Lopes were up 23-20, and 3 straight points for the runners have tied this game back up. And you know what? Georgievich is so good at everything she does. She just supplies immediate momentum, almost like a spark to the runners lineup. She's serving here. She's been serving on this 3-0 run, and there's another ace for her. She just gives these runners a spark they need.
The spark they need, and it's 24-23. Georgievich will serve. Maybe just calming down, see if they can complete the comeback and a service. Ace has done it. So 2-0. The Lopes lose this one 25-23. Last one was 25-22. Well, let's catch up with Philip Catafamo with the Lopes halftime report.
Thanks, guys. I'm Philip Catafamo with your Lopes halftime report. I'm here at the GCU Stadium where the WAC is hosting the women's soccer tournament. The women's soccer team punched their ticket to the WAC tournament, nabbing the 6th and final seed on senior night, beating CSUB 3-0 in their first ever Division I eligible season. The Lopes will look to continue this momentum at home during the WAC tournament. Men's soccer, who last week drew a tie at home against Seattle University 1-1, came back strong on Sunday to beat Utah Valley 3-2 thanks to a last-second goal in overtime by Damian Herman. The men's soccer team look to keep their playoff hopes alive in their final home game on November 4th against UNLV. GCU sports season is just getting underway, and you can catch it all here on GCU TV. I'm Philip Catafamo with your Lopes halftime report.
Well, basketball season is here, and the campus is ecstatic because they're finally eligible Division I.
Yep, finally Division I eligible. You can just sense the excitement going around. Last night was the first exhibition game, and boy, was it exciting. Those 2 freshman centers we have knocking down threes, running up and down the court. They're both super tall. It's going to be a really exciting year for the Lopes, and come WAC tournament time, everyone's going to be chomping at the bit to get into that NCAA tournament.
Well, let's go to Paul Coro, Lopes Insider, who caught up with Roberts Blumberg.
Hi, I'm Paul Coro, Lopes Insider, here with Roberts Blumberg, a freshman from Latvia who's just joined GCU men's basketball this summer. What made you choose GCU over the great programs you were looking at, like Creighton, Xavier, and those kind?
You're right. It was a really tough decision for me to make. I looked at that 3 or 4 schools overall. I visited the schools, and as soon as I came out here, I felt it in my heart that this program is something special. The fans are great, the campus looks really good, and the coaching staff, with Coach Dan, I really think he can help me to improve my basketball game and just bring me to the next level.
Now, everybody knows your game well in Europe because you've played on national teams with Latvia, but here it'll be the first time a lot of fans see you. How would you describe your game?
I would say, I'm 6'10", and the most important thing that I can do is shoot the ball from 3. I can spread the floor, and I can just pass it the ball. I can handle the ball really well for my height too, I would say. So I feel really confident doing that. So I think I can really help my teammates also to get open shots.
Kind of describes the game that Johnny Hill started to call you Smooth. You like that nickname?
Oh yeah, I can go with that nickname a lot. I like it.
Do the other guys pick up on it now? They start calling you that?
Oh yeah, a couple of guys call me Smooth too, so I like that nickname.
He's big Smooth at 6'10", but this is your first chance to play in GCU Arena. You've seen a little bit of the Havocs at Midnight Madness. What is that feeling for you to look forward to this?
Oh, I'm super excited. I can't wait for the Thursday game, our first season game. I'm super excited to play for the fans, to play with my guys. It's going to be a great season, I think, and we'll see how far it goes.
You said your favorite spot in America to go so far is Marley's. Is that because it's the coach or because you really like the place?
I would say both, actually. The food is really great too, but, it's my coach, so I got to kind of say that too.
All right, that's Roberts Blumberg. You'll be seeing a lot more of him in the starting lineup for the Lopes. I'm Paul Coro for Lopes Insider.
Roberts Blumberg, one of those electrifying freshmen you touched on, JP.
Yeah, Lopes got a lot of freshmen. I was excited coming in this year. Casey Benson, how can he do as a point guard replacing Dwayne Russell? And how's Josh Braun going to do? Of course, he was out last night in the exhibition game, but he should be back in time for the start of the season. But last night watching the game, I got so excited for all these freshmen, one including Roberts Blumberg's. What a freshman class Dan Marley has recruited. Not only is this year going to be exciting, but the future is going to be really exciting for Lopes basketball.
GCU, like we said, tournament eligible for the first time. John Piper just was on campus here at GCU. Let's recap him and what he did here on campus.
So what I would like to do now in our time together is persuade you, or at least open you to the truth that it is better to lose your life than to waste it. Acts chapter 20. This is a very special text to me. I come back to verse 24 many times over my life, and every time I come back, it has the effect of making me want to sell everything and be a very radical Christian. It makes me want to be utterly out of step with the American dream, the one that 17 years ago I pleaded with students not to buy. Don't buy it. And when I read this verse 24, that's the effect it has on me. It makes me want to stand on the housetops of every city in America and say, don't buy it. Everybody is trying to get you to buy this dream about your life and its end. Don't buy it. The Christian life is not moving toward night. It's moving toward noon. Which means that you don't have to scramble to bring heaven into this world, which is the entire mindset of the world that's spending billions of dollars to get you to buy the dream or prepare to buy the dream. They don't believe there's any vacation on the other side of the grave, so you bring it all into this side. You got to. It's your last chance. It's your last chance to get the dream. And you look at them and say, excuse me? Last chance? Noon is the beginning of vacation. Better to lose your life than to waste it. My goal in life is not to stay alive. My goal in life is to stay on course. And if I'm off I'm gone. Better to lose your life than to waste it, because if you lose your life while not wasting it, you don't lose it, you gain it.
Campus always gets excited when John Piper's on campus. And let's take another behind the songs look at the song previewed last week, It Is You.
I had this experience while I was praying. I had my eyes closed and I just saw a picture of God handing me a pool of water with a tree in it. And I was asking God what that was, and he said, that's like living water. And he's like, here, I want you to have this, because when you abide in me, then you don't run dry. You're planted by a stream of living water. In this picture that I had while I was praying, I handed that to some people that were like behind me. Then they kept handing it off, and they kept handing it off, and they kept handing it off. And so that just kind of went on forever. And then he handed me a handful of sand, and I blew the sand away, and there were words written on my hands. I turned around and put that like on the person's chest behind me, and then them, and then them, and then them. And then there was a dove handed to me. And so I asked God what all of that meant, and it was like God offering me salvation. It was God offering me his words written on my heart. It was God offering me the Holy Spirit. And basically him saying, come to me, I want you to be with me. In that picture that I was having while I was praying, I saw myself and a bunch of other people kind of just kneel down at an altar. And when we looked up, Jesus was standing there, and he lifted your head up, and he was looking straight into your eyes. And we were all in plain clothes, and it was like he unveiled you somehow. And when he did, all of our clothes turned white. And it was kind of like all of the saints, all of the people that have accepted salvation becoming new. And we all stood up, and he kissed us on our forehead, and he sent us on our way. And as we went away, and we walked kind of just into the world, it was like everybody that we encountered turned white also. And so it was just this really cool picture of salvation and what happens as Christians when we follow God and encounter other people and show them the love of Jesus.
Lopes go into this set three, trailing 2-0, 25-22 and 25-23. The runners were able to do it through 31 kills, a .286 hitting percentage, only 4 errors, 5 service aces, 27 digs, and 3 blocks. That big number to me is only 3 blocks in the net. Last time they played, they had 11 blocks in that 3-0 win against GCU at their place.
Yeah, heartbreaking loss for the Lopes here. That was a tough set to lose. They were 2 points away from victory, and they let it slip a little bit. I'd be surprised if they don't come out guns blazing, firing away. You're down 2 sets. Being down 2 sets is still not a great thing, but it's almost a good thing to relish it. You always love those 3-set comeback wins, and that's what the Lopes are striving for tonight. They're really going to want to get one of those 3-set comeback wins in one of their final 3 games in GCU Arena this season.
And they've done it before. It would be an incredible and miraculous thing to do, but this is a team that's more than capable, especially when they get playing their best volleyball, but not a team that's going to roll over. And here we are on the court for the beginning of set 3.
Again, those fans, you remember the deal. On your feet. Let's stand on our feet and let's go.
Here we go. Fabiana Andrade will serve it off. Fabiana has had service error, the first one of the first set. Now, nice job able to adapt. DeGarmo just flicks the wrist.
Claire Kavinsky.
This one a point, so Claire Kavinsky has made it 1-0 here. That's a good start for the Lopes.
Emma Ahern serve.
Ahern serves it. Here, right at the net. Nice dive there. Keep it up. Ahern sends it back over. Not DeGarmo, I should say. A point there. This is Djordjevic, Alexandra Djordjevic, and it's 1-1. Here's the serve from Djordjevic, sent over. Carpenter, Kavensky, and that's gonna be, yeah, didn't pancake that one. Kavensky's gonna get the point, and it's 2-1, and it'll be interesting to see which team takes the early momentum, and that meaning the first couple points are really back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, it's important to come out very hot. Lopes up 2-1 so far, good start for them, but you definitely want to get a positive note and get off on the right foot on every set.
Right into the net from Haley Roberts, and so an unlikely error. She's hitting at a 409 clip with 10 kills. Very respectable.
Most attacks for the runners by far, almost doubling everybody else.
And this one's Roberts again, trying to redeem herself, trailing 3-1. It's punch, that'll be a net violation on someone, and it looks like it's gonna be on the runners. So now 4-1, and that's the lead that GCU wanted to start with.
Yep, definitely couldn't have started this any better if you're the Lopes. They went on an 8-0 run last set, and I think they learned their lesson. We gotta keep our foot on the gas pedal and we can't let up. So hopefully we see them do that this set.
Randy Powers has come on here, and she will toss this one over. Ahern receives that one. Nice job doing it. That's how she started last set, but this one is going to be a deflection, so 5-1.
Yep, right there we saw Emma Ahern. Beautiful dig, got it right back in the center of the court for the Lopes, and they were able to go through their play. Nice set by Carpenter, and a nice, very nice kill for the Lopes, and got them on the board once again.
Andrade, let's see if, well, the runners 6-1 now, they trail by 5, and exactly what they needed was a timeout. So we'll take one with them. GCU lead 6-1.
Hi, I'm Kobe Dunn. I'm a libero, and I'm from Glendale, Arizona. My nickname is Kobe. I don't know, people just short for Kobe, so I don't know. My friends just started calling me that. My favorite movie is Elf because I've been growing up watching it so much, and it's just a family favorite. I chose GCU because it was important to me that my family and friends were able to watch me. Most embarrassing songs on my phone, I have all the Cheetah Girl songs and the Hannah Montana songs and High School Musical and stuff like that, and just little kid songs. I love them. If I could be on a reality TV show, I'd like to be on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Bakersfield back on the court, and now GCU getting back on the court, up 6-1, and it's going to be a Heidi Carpenter serve here, and GCU just needs to keep doing what they've been doing.
Yep, stick to it. They're up 6-1. All the momentum's in their favor. They're building it on the right way. They're getting aggressive, and they're attacking at the right times. It's been a perfect clinical first set, or third set for GCU.
Here we go. We'll see if that break behooves anyone. Andrade, there's the set, dumped over. Bakersfield just looking for their second point. They've really been washed away here early. And Kavensky hits that one too hard, and there is a point. No. What? Yeah, it was a point for Bakersfield.
Yep, point for Bakersfield. The line referee on the Bakersfield side called a tip, but the referee says no, she did not tip it. Referee can overrule the lines official. And Bakersfield gets their second point of this set.
Powers looking to come on and make a kill, and it'll be Gray that does it, just reaching over the net.
Kendall Gray was just being very careful, didn't want to touch the net, and a perfect job of her to just tap it down, get the point for the Lopes, and the Bakersfield, well, they weren't ready for that one.
No, and it doesn't seem like they've been ready for this set, trailing by 5, 7-2, and it's all GCU right now, 8-2. And, well, we talked about that fifth set. GCU looking to win 2 straight and force a fifth set. And a service ace, so 9-2.
Kavensky snuck that one in. Kavensky's having a very good game. She's got 8 digs and 17 kills already. She's on fire so far, and she adds a service ace to that stat line.
And not wanting to let that one go. Crashed over, we'll see if they can get it. That one is too hard, and it seems like this is just going to be a rout on GCU side, 10-2, and they've got all the momentum. Bakersfield may have overworked themselves in the first couple sets. GCU has got everything. Randy Powers, so 11-2, and this game, this set, just all GCU.
Yep, Lope's doing a great job here, getting very solid kills, very solid attacks, and they've flipped the kill numbers. They are leading CSUB now 37-32, and it was just a matter of time for the Lopes because they were very close in those first 2 sets.
And another point, so 12-2, and let's just make this one 25-2.
That would be nice.
Yep, finally starting to make substitutions. That's exactly what they need to do. Don't know why they didn't do it earlier. It was far too long coming for those substitutions to be made there for Bakersfield. 12-2 in this third set. It's been GCU absolutely destroying Bakersfield, can't even hang in it. And it's going to be a point for GCU again. 13-2. And this one's over.
Yeah, that block went out. 7-0 run for the Lopes here. They had an 8-0 run last set, so the one thing they did last set was let their foot off the gas. Definitely something they need to avoid this time around.
Well, 13-3, and you can never know for sure, but you really hope that you don't surrender this lead. And keep playing the way they've been playing. It's all them. Nice recovery there. Djordjevic sends it over. And then punched by DeFalco. Good communication there by Bakersfield, and this one's going to be in. So barely getting the line, now 13-4.
Very solid kill by Desiree Sukov. Decided to go the high route, got very aggressive with it, and just caught that back line.
This one's way too hard. And Sydney Wicks has herself a service there, and it's 14-4. 12 attacking errors now for the runners. Two completely different teams. This one comes racing over towards us.
Almost hit me in the face. That was a close one.
I tried to catch it coming from behind us. Not quite. And it's 14-5. And here comes serve, Krista Hernandez. Looking to slow things down, and it's just barely over the top of the net. Point for Bakersfield, so here's a little run for themselves, and this has been a streaky game.
2 straight points for them, 3-1 point run for Bakersfield. You know, yeah, you said streaky game. Lopes with an 8-0 run this set, 8-0 run last set. Hopefully the Lopes can shut it down, but it's, yep, that one goes over, so the Lopes slow down the run a little bit, but that's definitely a key when you have such a big lead in a set, is you gotta limit the runs. Don't let them get out of hand.
Well, this Bakersfield team looks calm-ish. Not really too flustered quite yet. They've faced the likes of adversity before, and here they are, keeping this run going.
Yeah, they were down by 3 in that first set. or in that second set. Came back on the verge of defeat. They were able to win that one. They're hoping to do the same here, but to a much larger extent.
Well, sent over, taken by Ahern. See if they can grab the point, and Bakersfield is going to get it here. So 15-8, it's a 7-point game now.
Yep, like I said, limiting runs is huge for the Lopes. When you have a big lead like the Lopes did, they were up by 10, 12-2. They're up 14-4, I think, at one point. So they got to limit the runs for the runners.
And there they go, getting the point, making it 16-8, doubling back up on the runners. DeFalco. See if which team does well under pressure, and it's GCU right now getting it right by Sydney Wicks. And hopefully they can keep this momentum going into the fourth set, because GCU really looks like they're confident.
Yep, they really came into the set looking very loose, very confident, and they're keeping it going. Another ace by DeFalco there.
That's number 3.
Back to 10, and a timeout called on the court.
Our Lopes swimming and diving teams will be finishing up their meet against Air Force, Idaho, and at the FR Edward J. Reese Aquatic Center in Phoenix tomorrow. Come out and support your Lopes if you're in the area. Swimming and diving, very successful last year in the WAC, and they're hoping to do the same this year.
GCU has a lot of good programs, and it'll be exciting to get the swim team going. Well, 18-8 here, and GCU just looks incredible. They've switched all the numbers, and they now have the advantages.
Yep, keep your foot on the gas pedal, finish it off. It was only a matter of time for the Lopes. The numbers say it. They lost the first set by 3, the second set by 2. They were right there, right on the verge of winning, and as long as they stay aggressive and keep their foot on the gas, they'll be able to finish this set off, no problem.
Well, these are numbers: 6 service errors for Bakersfield, 219 hitting percentage for Bakersfield, and a 284 hitting percentage for GCU. That number was completely flipped after the second set, but just what we talked about at the top of the broadcast, GCU has been able to convert, Bakersfield has not.
Yep. GCU limiting the errors. Like I said the key for the Lopes is limiting the errors. Very important for them to get that going. And after the first set, they had 4 errors. They've very lowered those numbers, so definitely a successful set for the Lopes.
And can't even seem to get it in right now are the runners. Hit the judge outside.
Yeah, they seem very sloppy here, very disorganized.
Don't know what's going on, but they're going to have problems if they can't finish a 3-set match. They have this lapse like this. I mean, they're just getting destroyed, and it's 20-8 here.
Nice tip by Hannah Hicks there. Got that one going for the Lopes. A great job by Hannah.
Comes a serve from DeFalco. And there's finally a point for the runners. So this team has looked incredibly sloppy and slothful in this third set. Finally some life.
Yeah, right as they went on a run, right as they went on like 4-1 run, GCU comes right back with a 5-0 run of their own, but CSU Bakersfield slows that down. But that's the story of this game, is the runs by the Lopes. 8-0 run and 5-0 run. That's 13 points just from the runs. You can't let that, you can't allow that when you're all in one set.
There was a huge lapse for the runners. I mean, it seems like the effort decreased, and GCU just outplayed them. And here we go with a point for the runners. So it's 20-10, and it's in half now. Still, GCU likes this cushion. The biggest from either team on the night. Falco takes that one. Nice job keeping that one up. I believe that was Schuler to do it, and it was. And then they're going to give it to Bakersfield. So the last couple points gone Bakersfield's way.
Yep, good momentum for the runners coming out of that timeout. 3 straight unanswered points. That's what you want to do when you're trying to cut away a lead. They're really going to have to play a flawless rest of the set if they want to come back and win this one.
Exactly, because they're 16 away, or I should 14 away from winning, and GCU only 5 points. So, and another point for the runners. Jordovich.
Great kill by Jordovich. Jordovich having such a solid all-around game. That's her 4th kill so far. She has 12 total attacks, 3 aces, 7 digs, and 1 block. She's been on fire here early on in this game.
Comes the serve here. GCU just needing to get the point, and they are able to do so. No, not quite. 20-13.
Yeah, GCU almost got that one over. It was a tough little block for them. It dropped right in the net. We're going to see Natalie Tardy check in for the Lopes. Hopefully she can give them some momentum, shake up the lineup, but a 5-0 run for CSUB.
And here we go. Andrade will serve. Taken by Ahern. And then Kavensky trying for that 19th kill. Nice timing, or I should say lucky timing, because that one just fell right to her in the nick of time.
CSUB wanted a net call there. Not going to get it. Lopes are going to get back on the board.
And it's Tardy. 5 away now.
Yep, Tardy wants this game to go on as long as possible. Hopefully she can get that milestone in this game with us on the call. I'd love to see her do that. The team would be very exciting.
Well, fun, historical night that would be. This line drive served by Ahern. Thought that might have been a double touch, but just a good play by Gray to get it over. And now Ahern diving, tracking back is DeFalco. And this ball falls, so miscommunication, and 21-14.
DeFalco did a great job saving that, but she was unable to finish it off and get it back for her team. Tough job for her, but we will be right back after this timeout. Lopes up 7.
Hey you, are you ready? Grab your pack, grab your tent, grab your gear. Jump in. We're going on an adventure. In Arizona, there's so much to see, so much to experience. At GCU, adventure is never too far away. Offering over 200 academic programs with a Christian worldview and nestled in the heart of Phoenix, you can earn your degree in fewer than 4 years and explore everything Arizona has to offer. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/AZ road trip.
Welcome back. Well, right now for GCU, all smiles, 21-14. And a little bit of a lapse for them, but you got to figure a team as good as Bakersfield, they're eventually going to get points.
Yeah, but if you let your foot off the gas pedal, you're going to let them get back into it. 5-0 run for Bakersfield. GCU responded with a couple points of their own. Lopes still up 7, holding on to a 7-point lead. They only need 4 points here, but we said that last time. Lopes had a 3-point lead with 2 to go. So close for the Lopes, but they really got to punch this in and finish this one off.
And Natalie Tardy at 995 kills, so 5 away. And if this set goes into, if this match goes into set 4, we could see Tardy get that number.
Yep. Yeah, got to look out for that one.
Here we go. Can Kavensky get the kill? Nice job crashing in. That's something that Bakersfield didn't do earlier. Gray can't get it over the hands. Nice job blocking by Bakersfield. Kept up again by Gray. And then Kavensky. A dive, and this one.
Tough dig. Yeah, tough dig for CSUB to get that one in play. What an attack by the Lopes. Kavensky got one in there, got her 19th kill of the game.
19 kills. The next closest is Haley Roberts at 12. And it's 22-14. So one more point really puts this out of reach for the runners, but
right back into it. They look fired up. They really want this comeback. They got it back to down by 7, but you really got to play really well coming down the stretch. The Lopes only 3 points away from winning this set.
You cannot lose this set.
If you're GCU, yeah.
If you're GCU, yeah, you gotta win this one.
It does lose the game, but it is even more demoralizing when you had such a big lead.
Yes. And here we go. Nice dive by Ahern to keep it up. Now Kavensky's gonna go. One-handed job there by DeGarmo. DeGarmo, that was a nice job. Kept up, I don't know how. And then towards the back. Now Powers. In. And we're 2 away.
They let that one go. I saw them when they were thinking about it, letting it go. It looked high, but it was a slow flyer, and it was able to drop in there for the Lopes and get that point.
In for the Lopes, number 11.
Melody Horton on for the first time, and she'll be serving it. And here we go on the Bakersfield side. 2 points away from getting this win. Just got to finish it out here and force a 4th set. This one falls, and it's going to be a well, don't know yet whose point it is.
Referees are going to come talk about it.
And definitely at this point in the game.
The lines judge initially didn't know what to do. Very close call. This is a big call too.
Yep, at this point in the game, you must get it right.
This can give one team some momentum or take it away. They're going to redo the point.
You know, that's happened 1 or 2 times on the season, but not often does that happen.
You don't often see that.
It's really when the referees can't make the call. They can't determine together.
I think the CSUB player was in the way. It was a tough call to make.
That's not going to do it. Wait, they are going to get it over. GCU looking for that set point. And this one's going to be too far here. So 23-16, 2 points away. GCU just needs to finish. Here's the serve. Sydney Wicks. DeFalco, and this one is going to be a set point. So the runners were able to get some points, but not enough, and that's what happens when you build yourself a huge hole. And now looking to end it, here's Tresha Schuler and begin the 4th set. Put down, Bassett. Nice finish.
What a very good kill. That one was probably the hardest hit ball we've seen all night long. Very solid by CSUB. That gives you some momentum moving into the next set if you're the runners.
It's a serve taken by Horton. And it's over. So we will see a 4th set, 25-17 victory. And we'll be right back as we get that set underway.
I'm Dominique. I'm a student here at Grand Canyon University studying hospitality management. My hospitality courses here are giving me a high-quality education from professors that I know have been successful. Being able to work while I'm in school has enriched my college experience. I feel like I know where I'm going and what I want to do. I've gone through things that can't necessarily be taught, and so that paired with everything that GCU is doing for me, I feel like, you know, is setting me up for success. To have someone say, like, I want you, that's like a lot for someone like me. They're changing people's lives. By changing my life, now you changed my little brothers and sisters because they saw that I went to college. It'll just be, you know, my greatest accomplishment, not just because it's a diploma, but because, you know, I did what no one really thought I could do. When they say, find your purpose, they mean it.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Well, welcome back, and we have the start of the fourth set here. But GCU, something they pride themselves on, the GCU Worship album, and that is available on Spotify and iTunes. Let's take a look at the song on that track, Through It All.
I was just sitting at the piano and I was just going through a few things that were just really weighing on me, and also some things that my friends were going through, and I wanted to find a way to kind of channel that frustration, and it turned into kind of a prayer as I was just sitting at the piano, and I think about 70% of it just came out all at once. It was just one of those songs that kind of wrote itself. Some songs are like ones that you kind of slave through and you have to really work for, and that one wasn't one of those things. It was more of a prayer, and it was just declaring God's faithfulness through every circumstance, every situation. Even though sometimes we don't feel His presence, He's faithful through it all.
You are faithful, you are faithful, you are faithful to me, God. I give you control and trust you through it all.
That album nationally released on Spotify and iTunes again.
Yeah, what an awesome series they have. I know we've showed you a couple of those tonight. It's an awesome series that our own staff at GCU TV has created.
Something GCU does, in my opinion, and probably everybody at GCU, better than most other universities in the country.
GCU TV, we pride ourselves in our whole network and the work we do.
Well, GCU about 20 seconds away from tying this match.
Yep, down one set. Really need to carry that momentum in. It's going to be tough. They really got to focus on recovering. They kind of let it slip at the end of that third set there. Definitely something the Lopes need to work on to get some of that momentum back.
It will be interesting to see which team comes out, because we saw two different runners teams, and we really saw two different GCU teams in the first and second set, and then the third set.
Yeah, we did. They came out hot, went on two big runs, an 8-0 run, a 5-0 run. Very important for the Lopes to do that again. But they did allow an 8-0 run to CSUB, so they really need to limit those runs. We've seen them get a little sloppy at times, and that's something the Lopes need to work on.
Well, the runners are back on the court. The Lopes are waiting, and will we see a fourth set, or, well, we're already going to see a fourth set for sure. Will we see a fifth set, or will the runners end it here, 3-1? Either way, a better result than the first time against the runners at the Icardo Center, 3-0 in favor of Cal State Bakersfield there. Still waiting. Bunch of time. I'm not sure why Bakersfield's taken so long to get back on the court.
Referee talking to their captain. Captain's going to go tell their coach. Was probably talking about how many timeouts they have left or some formality like that.
And you got to think, maybe it's in the back of the runners' minds that GCU, if they win this one, they have really surrendered a huge lead, and what looked inevitable to be a win for the runners is now going to be a point for the runners to start it off. So 1-0 Bakersfield.
Yep, Lopes did think it went out, but a tip against them. They fall behind here early on, 1-0.
Nice effort there. There's Tardy. She needs 5 more kills. And that one's put down by Haley Roberts. So a different start for them right off the bat, but it's only 2 points. There's the serve from Jordovich. Alexander Jordovich. Kept up. Nice job by the Lopes on their side. Tossed back over. Running back is Ahern, and that one's not going to get there. So quick 3 for the runners, and that's the start they wanted.
Yeah, the referee had to scurry out of the way. Emma Ahern was crashing towards her, and you got to think that might have affected how hard Ahern could have hit it. Tough break for the Lopes there.
There's Kavensky, and that one too far. So the breaks that they saw in last set aren't really coming to them this time. Just getting underway here. No worries. That one's set there, and Tardy finds it. She's got 4 down.
Natalie Tardy just 4 away from that big 1,000 kill mark. I know she's thinking about it every time she goes up to hit that ball. She's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm one closer, I'm one closer. We're getting real close to that 1,000 number.
Ahern served. Intercepted by Lopez, and then DeFalco keeps that one up. That was a good job keeping it up. Kavensky far side. Point for the runners.
Yeah, we had to wait a bit because a lot of times this game we've seen just a tip by either the Lopes or the runners on a block attempt, and it's gone out of bounds, but this one is not tipped by the runners. They did a good job there, and they got the point.
Off the top of the net, Gray dives, kept it up and sent it over. Good job. Down to the far side, kept up again. The runners denied on that block there. This one is not going to be, it is down. Wow.
What a kill by the runners, but that serve started it off. It got the Lopes on the run early. It just hit the net and fell down, and the Lopes were diving for it. You love it when it happens for you, but you hate it when it happens against you.
Serve. Tardy trying for that kill again. Now tracking back. DeFalco, can she get it over? Someone will, not sure exactly who that was, and it's going to be a point for the runners again, 7-1.
Got that kill over. They're starting very similar to the Lopes. Coming out hot, guns blazing. Their coach probably got into them after that set. Said, hey guys, let's try to do what they did last set and come out hot.
That was a good job of Redfield getting that one over, but here's Redfield, the set for Tardy, and that one right back onto the GCU side. 8-1, and it seems like the exact opposite of last set, so we will take a timeout on the court, and we'll be right back. 8-1, runners lead. Welcome back, JP, and not you, welcome back to our viewers. 8-1, and if you were in for last set, this third set, you saw GCU doing what the runners are doing to GCU right now.
Yeah, and it's all about attitude right now. That was a good timing of a timeout for GCU's coach. The Lopes just looked kind of down on themselves, and CSUB just looked almost too loose. You want to call a timeout. Perfect timing, got to slow them down, and hopefully the Lopes can come right out of that. They've done a good job of that. Every time there's been a timeout, the Lopes have come off pretty strong.
Yeah, well, the Lopes back on the court and looking to come off strong off the timeout. Here comes ready to serve. And here's the serve from Lopez, just off the top of the net. Again. Yeah, I non-contact there as Kavensky is gonna, that doesn't look good.
That looked a little funky. Claire Kavensky came down where went up, was about to go up for the spike, planted it on her ankle, and I think she rolled her ankle.
Keep an eye on
Trainer
that.
immediately comes over to talk to her. Very scary moment for the Lopes there.
Redfield. Set there for Horton. And then Aher, nice job keeping that one up. Sent back over. That one put down, and finally it's a point for GCU, 9-2. Just what they needed. Comes a serve, Heidi Carpenter. Set there, and then nice diving attempt by Falco to keep it up. Put down, no, the blocking hands of the Lopes, too strong, and Sydney Haynes shut down. It's 9-3.
Great block for the Lopes there. Claire Kavensky just getting worked on over there on the sideline. We gotta wish her our best. That ankle injury didn't look great.
That was a smart play right there by number 10, Brianna Mariner, and that's why she has so many points on this team. Throwing it all the way across to the other side, where Desiree Sukov is able to put it down and make it 10-3. Andrade to serve in a 10-3 scoreline. Just barely over the net, and the sink of that ball was unreal.
Yeah, that was a very nice serve by Andrade. She got that one to just fall in over the net. Beautiful serve.
And this one almost another service ace. Powers not able to get it past as runners collapse towards the line, and this one's going to be out, so it'll be 11-4 now, and GCU fighting as much as they can. Here's Melody Horton. Serves. And this one put down, 12-4. Sukov on that one again. Make it 9 kills for her. Second on this runners team tonight. This one into the net. And as you look at these numbers for each team, total attempts is really what jumps out at you, because the runners have about 4 players with 25 to 35 total attempts, and GCU has 2 with over 30. That's DeFalco and Kavensky with 30 and 49.
Yeah, tough to see Kavensky go out. She was having such a monster game, 19 kills and 49 total attempts. So definitely a big hole for the Lopes. Someone's going to need to step up and take that main attacker role from Kavensky. I'm looking at Tegan DeFalco, maybe Hannah Hicks. Someone's got to step in for the Lopes and get some points on the board. Build some momentum for them.
Be Natalie Tardy, of course, only 4 more needed, but maybe her time is not tonight. As that one put down again by Haley Roberts, and they make it 14-5. Roberts has now 14 kills, a 364 clip. Haynes, 14-5 serve, set 3 and set 4, polar opposites so far. And there's Jordovich. DeFalco sends it over. Popped up and then put down by Haley Roberts. 15-5, and the lead is for 10 now.
Timeout for the Lopes. Come support our Lopes women's basketball team next Tuesday, November 7th at 10 a.m. So maybe take a lunch break, maybe just take a day off of work. I think I have the call on that one. I'm not sure if you're with me or not. We just got our schedules today. It should be a fun one, the home opener for the women's basketball team.
Yeah, well, I personally am very sad that volleyball season's coming to an end. Women's volleyball, that is. Of course, men's volleyball. But when one sport ends, another sport begins, and women's basketball should be a good time, obviously right here in the arena. And that they're taking off against Embry-Riddle, their opening game.
Yep, should be a very good game for women's basketball. They lost Marina Laramie, a senior, left last year. It's going to be a tough shoes to fill, but August Tishard and Bree Mobley should do a great job of that. Leading the scoring for the Lopes. Great. It should be a good season for the Lopes women's basketball team.
Under new head coach, too, there's a lot of excitement, really, but kind of a lot of developing still to do for that women's basketball team. So not expectations to have a championship by any means this year, but they're going to get there.
Yep, Coach Powell's doing a great job so far early on, and I'm excited to see how she does in her future with this Lopes women's basketball team.
Well, here we go. Sydney Haynes will serve it and set to go. And it's going to be a service error, so that one missed completely, 15-6.
Yeah, the Lopes need to do what the runners couldn't do last set and come back, take down this huge deficit.
They got part of the ways there, but couldn't finish all the way. Kept up, and then put right back down. That's 15-11 to Garmo and Roberts. Another block of the net and make it 8. 16-6. And a Mariner. There's a serve from Wicks. DeFalco flying in, but she's got too much behind it. And it's 17-6. Body language of GCU still good. Jordan Sanchez checks on. This will be the first time for her. Received and then make it 7 tonight for Natalie Tardy. 3 away.
Great job by the Lopes. Natalie Tardy gets another kill for her. And hopefully she can do it in this set, but just 7 points away, or 8 points away for the runners. Lopes are going to need to act fast.
Jordovich keeping that one up, and nice job punching that one over there by Wicks. Dive kept up by Jordovich.
And the side referee says this one hit the ground. Will be a point for the Lopes.
She's not happy about that call at all.
No, she really thought she got under that one.
GCU really shouldn't have stopped to try and challenge whether that hit the ground, though. Just got to keep playing until the whistle. That point would have fallen for Bakersfield. It would have been a horrible point to give up, but got lucky, still alive. Jordovich looking for that one, but it's not. It is going to be.
That blocks just sneaks out. They got a nice block on it. It just almost rode the net across and just fell on the other side of the line. Point for the runners.
Here we go, Jordovich, 18-8. Redfield. And put down by Melody Horton. So Horton is going to get her second kill, and it's 18-9.
Just like CSUB needed to do late in the set last time, GCU is going to need to play a flawless rest of the way. That's a good start. MA here needs some solid serves coming down the wire.
Yes, she does. Here's one of them on its way and put down by Haley Roberts. 19-9.
Roberts getting her 16th kill of this set. She's been very aggressive, 35 total attacks.
And this one into the net by Lopez, so there's a mistake. 19-10, Randy Powers checks on. Lead is 9 for the Runners. Served by the Jackrabbit, and this one inside the restraints for another point.
Yeah, another point for CSUB. Lope's block just fell out of bounds.
Good serve by Carpenter, or the Jackrabbit. Love that nickname.
Yeah.
It's so fitting. Jackrabbits are fast.
Great job by Ahern there, letting that one pass. Very good eye by the sophomore libero.
Yep. Horton now looking to get a point. Just over the top of the net. Nice job squeezing it in. Taken by Ahern. Powers tries sending it back over. Tips off some hands. Now punched over. That one doesn't land. It's kept up. Nice job, too, by the Jackrabbit. Kept it up again, and this one will.
Great kill by the Runners, yeah. That one was close call. That hit just on the line. Line referee called it in for the Runners. They're just 4 points away from winning this game.
Into the net, and just delaying it maybe 22-12. Tressa Schuler will serve. Jordovich riding up there in on Horton, but she's able to get it over. This one out, and 3 points away for Cal State University of Bakersfield.
Lopes just dug themselves too big of a hole this set. Very tough. But it'd be nice to see them go on a little run here to finish this game out.
There it is. Carpenter sets. Not the strongest attempt there by Powers. Schuler keeps it up. Carpenter sets. Sanchez dives. And it's going to be a point. Said it hit the ground.
The block attempt by the Runners. They went right into the net. Hit the net a little bit too much.
Some of these calls have definitely been questionable, but didn't see it there. And that's a missed reception here, so still alive, 22-14. Redfield kept up, and Schuler able to keep it up, and she will send it back over. That's a great job when it all seemed down and out. And then Haley Roberts will finish a kill, making it 23-14.
Great job by the Lopes to keep that one up. What an impressive dig. They kept that play alive.
Nice job putting that one down. Hannah Hicks getting an unlikely kill for herself, make it 4. (23-15), just like Bakersfield. Last set, able to scratch and claw back, but we'll see if they can get over the hump. Think about where they started from, and this is really not that bad. Barely sinking over the top. Tapped over. And then here again on the Bakersfield side. Sent over, couldn't be put down, and this one is out of bounds. So Match point, 24-15. And Djordjevic will try to end it right here. Lobs it up, taken by Ahern. Fake there on that side, and GCU is going to keep it alive with a point there.
Tipped by the runners, GCU gets another kill.
Into the looks, number 20, Kendall Gray. Emma Ahern to serve.
24-16. Ahern. Tapped over. Nice job keeping that one up. Battle at the net. Not going to be a double touch. And GCU winning that one. So 24-17 now.
Great job by the Lopes. Keeping that one alive. That was kind of a struggle on the net, but they were able to salvage it and keep it going.
Here's Ahern. See if they can mount this comeback or Bakersfield can finish, and they have finished and they have won 3-1. And for GCU, well, they put together one set, but they got to put together 4.
Yeah, it got a little sloppy at times this game. It was a good game for them overall, but definitely some things to learn, and they've got 2 home games left. They're really going to want to salvage those ones. Natalie Tardy finished with 8 kills. She's just 2 away from 1,000 kills, so she's really going to want to finish her career off well.
Yeah, hopefully that can be done Thursday, November 9th against New Mexico State, and then the last game against UTRGV right here at home. We want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already at youtube.com/GCU. Once again, the Lopes lose this one 3-1. Have a great night, and go Lopes.